they can be made scalable. So the question is, who is going to provide us this MVVM support in developing HTML5 applications? So the answer is AngularJS. If you see this diagram, we have seen, we have also heard, and we have come to know that AngularJS is a framework which lets us develop applications in MVC pattern, that is models, views and controllers pattern. So how does MVVM concept get into this AngularJS? Now there is an object called as scope in AngularJS which supports the view model pattern, that is it supports data binding, it provides context to the expressions. So AngularJS also supports a model view model pattern of developing applications. It uses the scope object which is at the root of its application along with its information contained in the template, the data model and the controller. It keeps the models and the views in sync. So any changes made to the models are reflected back to the view because of the scope variable or the scope object. So that is why AngularJS has got support to the MVVM concept through the scope object. So let us see now, whenever we develop our applications in HTML5, how can we divide them into views, view models and models. So let us see views. Okay, so views are similar to templates. Templates in AngularJS, or when we develop HTML5 applications, they are composed of HTML, CSS and Angular directives. Now Angular elements and attributes, they are made up of directive, they are made up of markup, there can be filters or they can be form controls. Templates are further divided into single view or multiple view. So single view, you can have just all the attributes and elements in one HTML5, and multiple views. Now suppose we have an application which requires navigation. So we have bits and pieces for UI code in separate segments. So multiple views are usually segments or partials, and they are located in separate HTML files. Now these segments or partials are loaded in the main page using routing. So in our MVVM concept, the templates are similar to view. Then we have the view model. So the view model, as I told you, the scope object behaves it acts as the view model in the MVVM concept. So who is going to set up the initial behavior and add behavior to the scope object? That is the controller. The controller, it sets up the initial state and the behavior, and the scope object in itself, it has got all these properties. First thing is, it supports two-way data binding, that is, any change in the model is reflected back to the UI and vice versa. So it provides APIs to observe model mutations. Now when it is doing data binding, there has to be a context present. So that is why every application has got always one root scope. Further on, when the data is required for the internal elements, child scopes are created. So an application can have one root scope and it may have various child scopes. Further on, in an application there are many places where you need to handle events. So events can be broadcasted to the children, or they can be emitted to the parents who are hooked up to the scope. That is one thing. And further on, we also have expressions. So you need to perform some action depending upon certain condition. So that can be written in as an expression. To evaluate these expressions, there has to be a context present. So this context is provided by the scope object. So here we have seen how the view model concept is being mapped to the scope object in AngularJS. Now finally, model. We have to get data from somewhere. So who is going to do that job of fetching the data from say REST services or say from database? That functionality is encapsulated by AngularJS into factory, service, provider, and value. These are 4 different ways in which we can write an object and return the data. So AngularJS provides us 4 different types of objects. You have the factory, wherein you create the object inside the factory and you return it. Then you have the service, that is, you have a standard function. It uses the this keyword to define itself and then it returns the object. You have a provider. It uses $get, and so that is used to get the object and that returns the data. And value, if you have something constant, then that can be represented as value. So when you need to fetch the data from your services, AngularJS provides 4 options: factory, service, provider, and value. So this is how we have seen that our views, that is templates, our view models, that is the scope, our models, which is provided by factory, service, provider, and value. All these concepts are provided by the AngularJS to use or create our HTML5 applications in the modular way. But who is actually going to keep all these concepts in place? So at the root or at the start, we have to make modules. We have to prepare modules for every functionality in our AngularJS for a main functionality so that they can be reusable across the application. So modules are basically containers wherein you have you inject all the code for controllers, you have definition